Yu-Gi-Oh is one of the most complex card games to get into. With over 10,000 cards and 20 types of them, it's easy to see why. Join me on my journey where I spend £30 a week with only Konami sealed products to build my Yu-Gi-Oh collection again from scratch. Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Yugioh Sealed Only. So before we begin, I just want to apologize. As you can see on screen, the last episode as I'm recording this came out 4 weeks ago. And the reason for that is I've had Christmas break where I wasn't able to get any cards. And I had to prepare for my January exams. So I didn't really have the time to edit and record and all that jazz. So yeah, I'm only making this video like now, and hopefully it'll be up by like maybe 1 or 2 days later after I record this segment. And yeah, so hope you guys understand. But yeah, that's the apology out of the way. Let's get on with what we're doing with the episode. So as you know, last episode we opened the Fist of the Gadget set, which is really cheap. So we got 12 packs for 30 for our £30 budget, which is really good, and we pulled 5 gadgets, which I'm fairly happy about. So we're pretty much done with that set now. So what we're gonna do next? So Yudian Carrier does massively increase our consistency by being able to equip one part from straight out from the deck. We only have to access the other 2 parts, which brings me on to Union Hanger and 1-card combos. In the end board of ABC, it is possible to do Union Hanger into a ABC Dragon Buster plus a Cyber Dragon Infinity as an end board. And now there are some key components to this. Obviously, Cyber Dragon Infinity is necessary to have Cyber Dragon Infinity, and we didn't somehow pull it in our 6 boxes of Dual Overload. So we're going to have to get that. On top of that, we're going to need to get Photon Orbital and Galaxy Soldier, which are both fairly pricey and hard to get right now. I believe Photon Orbital is being reprinted, but we'll have to see about Galaxy Soldier. And the other piece that we need is Union Driver, which is the piece I'm looking to get from the next set we open, which is Eternity Code, the only printing for Driver. So the reason why Driver is so strong is it lets us activate Hanger, summon A or B or C that we searched off of the Hanger. Most often it'll be a B. And then allows us to equip Driver from deck, which Driver then lets us banish it and equip another card from deck, avoiding or playing around the restriction where Hanger and Carrier says you can't special summon the monster it equips from deck. Driver bypasses that and lets us make a Link 2 from just the Hanger alone, which then lets us go into our Carrier plays or any form of Link 2 plays basically. And we can also incorporate Verte plays if we do decide to go down the Dragoon route instead of the CDI route, but we'll see about that. So Driver is the main target for the Eternity Code pulls, but alongside it, we can also pull Parallel Exceed, Gravediggers, and Access Code Talker. So Parallel Exceed is a phenomenal extender for us right now, and one that we desperately need. Is right now, if our Union Carrier gets impermed, we're kind of stuck unless we draw the Machina engine. Exceed lets us extend into either a Link 2 or a Rank 4, both of which are absolutely amazing for us right now. So I'm really looking forward to being able to play this card. The only problem is we realistically will need a playset to integrate this into our deck, and from the amount of packs that you can get from our £30 budget, I'm not confident we'll pull a playset, but we'll see what happens. Gravedigger's Trap Hole is a great trap for stopping hand traps, but obviously to actually use it for that purpose, you need Trap Tricks Reflesia, which lets us activate whole trap cards from the deck. And so Gravediggers, while amazing to pull, will need us to actually also pull the Reflesia. Access Code Talker is just a prize chase card that happens to fit the purpose of OTKing our opponent, like Borrow Sword, like Utopia Double. So any of those were incorporated into our deck would be great. Access code happens to be in Eternity Code, so we'll be hoping to pull this, obviously, but it is a secret, and I do believe it's short printed, I'm not entirely sure, so it'll be hard to pull this. But yeah, that's all the cards we're trying to pull this episode, and let's get on with the opening. Hopefully everyone has had a nice Christmas and New Year, but I'm going to get back to things in the New Year, cracking open product as usual. So today we're going to be opening some packs of camera please. Alright, anyway, so we're going to be opening some packs of Eternity Codes and Spirit Charmer. So if the future me remembers to edit in the reason why we're opening these, that'll be great, but without further ado, let's crack into things. So we're really looking to open Gravedigger's Trap Hole and Union Driver in this set, which is an Ultra and Secret, and Exceed would be nice once we get some better rank 4 monsters like the Gares. Exceed would be a really strong card. Other than that, Access Code is obviously also in the set, and we could probably just put him in immediately if we do pull him, but he's not actually the card we're looking for today, so yeah. And they really made these boxes a lot smaller than they used to do. I remember these being a little bit bigger than this, but anyway. So I paid £86 for this box, which means for our £30 budget today, this was about £6.75. I'm going to call this 7. So for the budget today, for £30, we're going to open 6 packs of Eternity Code and Spirit Charmer. That roughly adds up to about 30. How do I open this? It's been such a long time since I've had enough money to spend on a whole box of cards. So yeah, excuse me while I figure out how you're supposed to open this thing. The fuck? Well, I don't care. We're just opening 6 packs anyway, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've taken a few from both sides. Hopefully we can get some nice pulls. We'll put that box to one side and we'll crack open the packs first. Right. Let's do this. So we're looking for an Ultra, Exceed, which is a common, and a Secret. So let's go. Okay, first pack. IQ, Exceed's Revival Splash. Oh, is it? Are these backwards? I feel. Oh, why are these backwards? That's kind of awkward. That is kind of awkward. That's not good. Huh. What happens if I flip it? This has been a disaster so far. Good to know, good to know. Okay, so I'm just gonna open them like this. So yeah, Exceed's Revival Splash, IQ, Goki Guts, Deep Sea Artisan. And we pulled it! The first pack! Access Code Talker! Okay, this is awesome. Alright, this is awesome. Yeah? Let's go put a sleeve on that before the card gets scratched. Okay, well, we got an upgrade to the deck already. That's awesome. Hopefully... Yeah, I'm just gonna flip it around. Sorry if you guys can't read the text, but this is really awkward. But I'm actually so happy right now. Yeah, that's actually awesome. Oh wait, there we go. I figured it out, guys. This camera doesn't want to stay still. It's kind of annoying. Right, anyway. Sorry about that. So let's get this pack. And we pulled access code already, so that's kind of crazy. For those of you who don't know, this is a really good OTK card. It pops cards, it gains attack, and all sorts of stuff. And more importantly, it is a really expensive card, so we've probably plussed on this box. But anyway, we pulled Magical Hound, Doughty Dragon. I'll just put it up closer to the camera here. Doughty Dragon, Lantern Shark, and Rainbow Zoo. Okay, this is cool. Water support. Water support is always cool. Alright, second pack. Obviously, that's one of the 2 secrets of the box that we're probably going to pull, so not looking too good on the secrets that means for these next few packs. For instance, Basila Lima? Is that how you pronounce it? Buzzsaw Shah, Evoire Reemergence, Flourishing Frolic, Ancient Warrior Ambitious, Tall De, Unchained Twin Sarama, Ancient Warriors Deceptive Jaiwen, 4-power Turn Trooper, Super Heavy Samurai, Swordmaster, Musashi. Cool. Wait, what was the rare of that pack actually? It was this, yeah. Wait, is it? No, this is not a rare, I don't know. Once again, I still don't know my rarities, so you guys have to excuse me when I get them wrong. Let's put the foil cards to one side, and the things that we're putting into the deck in a separate part. Okay, Necro-Equipped Prism, Flourishing Frolic, Porat, Heavy Forward, what that is, Resonator Command, Noctovision, Ancient Warrior Saga, Borrowing of Arrows, Proxy, F Magician. During your main phase, you can feature one future monster from your extra deck, using monsters. Cool. Probably not going to use this, but that's kind of a cool card, I guess. And, yeah. Forward, it's a foil. I don't think any of these other cards are playable. Let me just move these piles a little bit more on camera, actually. Alright, third pack. Ooh, Codebreaker 0 Day, nice. Link Burst, Parallel Exceed. Okay, we got one, nice. Goldilocks, Battle Landscaper, Witchcrafted Patroness, Minstrel, Magical Hounds, Zebroid X, King Beast, Barbaros. I've noticed that the video's already, or rather this segment's already 7.5 minutes long, and we've only opened like 4 packs. So I will speed this up a little bit. Goki Guts, Torpedo Takedown, Codebreaker Virus Berserker, Nemesis Adracia, Gachiri Adignista, Red Familiar, Trias Hierarchia, Deep Sea Sentry, Pride of the Plunder Patrol. Very cool. Alright. Last pack for 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the access code pull, but not seeing any more than 1 Exceed is a bit strange. Ghost Pirate, 0 Day, Golden Hair, Reemergence, Malice, Lady of Lament. What does she do? Quick effect, you contribute 2 monsters and target one of your normal traps that is banished or in your graveyard. Set that target. Okay, so I'm not going to be playing that, but that's cool. That's a foil card, and Proxy F Magician again, and no Parallel Exceed. So unfortunately, we're only going to be able to put an access code. Exceed, I don't think, is going in. We only have 1 copy, but obviously, definitely a main deck card once we get the other 2. And no Union Driver, so yeah. But, hey, we've got access code Talker, and that's the most pricey card of the set, so I'm pretty happy with that in terms of the monies. But we're not done yet, because we still have the Spirit Charmers deck to crack open. So this is actually the second one I've technically opened on the series, but the first one I don't think I actually ended up uploading. Because that was the, I think, Technical Troubles episode, which is why you haven't seen me open this, but I have opened one, which is where the Vela came from. But I actually quite like this structure deck. In that it still gives you guaranteed cards, but it also gives you a couple of random alt art random pulls, so it's not going to be the same every time you pull it, and like literally every other structure deck there is. Get this deck out. Difficult. Alright. Let's crack open the structure. So unfortunately the structure doesn't actually come with Liner, which is the only charmer that I would be running in this deck for the TCG Union Carrier combo. We'll open the little pack last. Alright. We'll just get rid of these dual links, whatever. We got Awaken and Possess, Nefarious Archfiend, Greater Inari Fire, the Field Spell Ichirin, Spirit Charmers, Raigeki, Possessed Partnership, also the Earth Charmer, Area the Water Charmer. Oh my god, please focus camera. Wind the Wind Charmer, Nefariousness, Gigabyte, Inari Fire, Ranryu, Sleeper, Relia, Luna, can't go to card in Pendulums. Witchcraft the Golem Aruru, Dark Doriado, Witch of the Black Forest. So this card is one of the cards that I had been thinking about. To search something like, say, Arborea. But don't think that's a good idea when we don't have Arborea. We've got Effect Veiler, Denko Sekka, which is going aside. Secret Village of the Spellcasters, Spellbook of Knowledge, really good card. Terraforming, Book of Eclipse, Twin Twister, Dark Ruler No More, which is the biggest card in the set, and the main reason why I'm opening 3 of these. Spiritual Earth, Water, and Fire Art and Wind Art. Metaverse, D-Barrier, Solemn Warning, Ulcer, Area, Heater, Wind, Familiar Possessed version. And for the Alt Art pack, we get Familiar Possessed Ulcer and another token. I think we already have this one, I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's the opening for today. And I'll meet you guys in just a sec in the deck building section. Hey guys, welcome back. So the deck has been built now, and instead of taking up even more time, I thought I'll do the card by card in digital format in Yugioh Pro. So here is the deck in all of its updated glory. For the monsters, we're still running the Machina stuff, 1 Citadel, 2 Fortress, and for the A and B and C stuff, we're running 3A, 3B, 3C still. For gadgets, we're running 2 gold and 3 silver, because that's how many we pulled. We're down to the 1 recycler. This is really just a placeholder for any good cards. Something like even Monster Reborn would be better than recycler here. So we're looking to get rid of this as soon as possible. And then we're on 2 Veilers and an imperm for hand traps. For spells, we have Terraforming, Foolish, free Machina redeployment for the Machina engine, free unauthorized reactivation, 1 Super Poly for Verte Anaconda, Union Hanger, 3 of those obviously, Dynamiscus, Overdrive, 3 Strikes, 2 Warnings for our traps, and for our extra deck, oh boy, 3 ABC Dragon Buster. You gotta love to see it. So, this card came off the ban list, which is amazing, and therefore we're playing 3 of it, so not too much to explain. And then Super Poly target, we're running Starring Venom Fusion Dragon. For the Xyz, we have Giga X and Daigusto Emerald. Giga X lets us extend, and Emerald lets us recur ABC Dragon Busters if we ever run out of them somehow. Access code when we want to go in for the kill. Rastliger effectively does the same thing as access code, but it's slightly worse. Aurora Dawn, okay, listen up. I know you guys saw Aurora Dawn and Halqified Rex in the same extra deck. Don't worry, I'm not doing Halqified Rex Aurora Dawn combos. The only reason why Aurora Dawn is in here is because it's a link 3. And it facilitates access code talker being able to banish it to gain 3k to go up to 5-3. Halqified Rex is literally just there for the very rare occasion where we like open one of the Veilers or something, and there's like a dead card, and we somehow manage to bring it back or whatever shenanigans. Then we can go into a Halqified Rex and do some link plays. I should probably be playing Celine as well. I haven't really thought about that now that I think about it. But yeah, that's why Halqified Rex is in there. Bujinki Ahashima, over my break, I spent a lot of time theory crafting this deck, and in literally every single endgame version, I found Ahashima to be just absolutely amazing. I think this card's really underrated in ABCs. And essentially, instead of going to Carrier, if we have enough of the parts in hand, we can use Ahashima to make a rank 4. Which will let us go into Giga X to add another part to the hand, or do whatever. But essentially, it allows us to make the Searcher rank 4s, which is really helpful. And later on, we can make Rafflesia with this as well, or Dweller, or Plan B, or any good rank 4s basically. But I think this card's really strong. And especially once we pulled the Garas, we were just going to be able to keep extending without having to rely on Union Carrier, which is good, because Carrier is a heavy choke point in the deck. Otherwise, yeah. And of course, we're still on Union Carrier. It is still the best card if you can resolve it. We're on Verte Anaconda for Super Poly, and we're on Almirage for the rare occasions where we draw into exactly Scrap Recycler or Effective Veiler. We can probably cut this realistically for a copy of Celine, so that Halqified Rex going into Veiler is actually a Celine summon, which will let us go into the access code, because we quite often have 3 spells in grave for the Celine to be able to bring back the Veiler, to then go into access code, and that would be another way to get to the 5300 access code talker line, which would be quite cool. But anyway, other than that, that's all for the extra deck. For the side, we have 3 Jizukiri Kaijus. Any Kaijus would do here, but we only have access to Jizukiri, so we're playing him. 2 Denko Sakas, ideally, Harvey's Feather Duster or like evenly matched will go here instead, but we need some back row hate. Rangeki because we don't own Lightning Storm, Dark Ruler because Dark Ruler is a really good card, Cosmic Cyclone, Twin Twister, and D-Barrier. These are pretty much all for the Zoo Lich matchup. Back row hate and D-Barrier are really strong against that deck, and yeah, that's really about it. So that's the deck for this week. I hope you guys found the opening enjoyable. I did try to change it up a little bit in the deck building section, that little montage. But anyway, let's get into the gameplay section. Alright, welcome to the first match of the day. We are playing Yugioh Pro today, just to shake things up a bit from the usual DB gameplay. And we're up against Abyss Actors. We win the rock, paper, scissors, and we go first. Throwing off a copy of Terraforming, we go into Union Hangar. Union Hangar is going to search as a B. Normal summon the B, equipping an A. Macking a Fortress pitches to summon the Hangar. Hangar equips APC with an A. We get Kaiju'd, we get Abyss Actor plays, we shrike the Hyper Director, and that ends their turn. On the next turn, we finally get to use our new card, Access Code Talker. After going through some generic stuff, linking off into Auroradon and an access code, we banish for free and summon ABC and attack with access code ABC for game. In the second game, we're going second. Our opponent breaks on the Biru and he sets 2 passes. We make a Hangar, Carrier. Carrier is going to equip A, Reactivation is going to equip C, and we're just going to banish everything for an ABC, pass on ABC and 2 back row. We flip off this D barrier calling Pendulums. He flips D barrier calling Fusion. We tag out and banish to avoid D barrier's negate effect, and our opponent concedes. Alright, welcome to match 2, where we won the die roll and go first, but we can't break, so we just end on normal summon A, set free pass. Passing over to our opponent, he draws and fires off a Tenki, searching for a Zodiac Ram overlaying it for Trident. So we're up against pure Zoo, we shrike the Trident summon, which is fine, but the problem is, it turns out he is pure Zoo, and he just sets full pass. We don't really have a game plan against this, so we just kind of pass it back and forth, swinging A for 19 every turn. But eventually he draws not dead cards and opens up a Zodiac monster, going into Zeus, wiping our board, Ice Cube, and we get the game 2. So, siding in Twinnies and Cosmic Cyclone, and obviously going first because we lost. We open a decent, end on the Buster, but that's quickly outed by a combination of Book and Moon on my turn and the Zeus coming down on his turn, which we couldn't really do anything about. So after he outs the ABC without me being able to tag out, we just kind of scoop because we have no more plays after that. Alright, so match 3, we're up against Dinos. There really wasn't anything to say. It's just Dinos doing Dino things. We couldn't OTK our opponent, and he OTK'd us on the following turn. That's basically what happened in both games, and have you read Misk? But jokes aside, really nothing too interesting to report on, so I won't commentate through this game, but long story short, we lost 2-0, I believe it was. So, yeah.